Welcome back to Fallout 4. Um, I think I'm just going to continue where I left off, which is exploring Boston. Not really much of an intro today. Don't really know what else to say. Alternatively, we could go over to the Museum of Witchcraft. But I think I want to go to South Boston PD first. And I want to go down to Egret Tours Marina. So let's go to Diamond City and get the supply depot thing unlocked, and then we can travel from there. We will ignore the violent interaction going on there because we don't need to interact with that at the moment. I tend to be an active participant in the shooting for that because, well, it's just fun. I sure do love the loading screens. Right. Up the main road and off to the left is the thingy. The what's it? Whatever it's called. This. Ignore the terminal. It doesn't really contain anything particularly interesting. We can get inside and unlock the doors with an amount of jumping ability and not making the mistakes I make every single time I do this. But I've managed this time, which is good of me. Good of me to succeed. The expert lock, which you can't do at the moment. And as always, I can't aim. I will use VATS when I'm being particularly bad at the game. And that was inevitable. This is why I don't play on survival. I am not competent enough when it comes to shooting things to succeed, and I'd forgotten there were mole rats that spawn. Silly me. If I'd remembered about the mole rats, I wouldn't have just jumped straight down, but I'd forgotten, and seeing as I currently don't really... I mean, what weapons do I have? I have a shotgun, and a pistol. I have some grenades that's actually useful. It's just that grenades aren't particularly great in in confined spaces, because you can't not hit yourself. Okay, let's do this again, because I managed the first time, so surely I won't do a terrible job the second. I can't remember if there's a way to... I thought there was a way to do something about them before you... it doesn't matter. I think the answer to how do you deal with the mole rats is by being competent. And I just demonstrated a lack of that.
Lock's really strong.
I've just done that. I've just done that a second time because I'd already forgotten that. Yay. Now it's just the normal mole rat to deal with. I have no idea where this mole rat is. Huh. Let's loot the mole rats that we have killed and move on. Open that door as well. And out we go. Right. This is a very useful location to unlock because this is near some random encounter hotspots, but is generally a safe place to fast travel. It's not that far from Egret Tours Marina. It's not that far from South Boston. Well, it kind of is that far from South Boston. There's a lot of stuff in between here and South Boston that we have to worry about, but... I heard that mole rat very faintly. Oh. Oh. That's fun. I love it when... I Okay. That's one problem dealt with. This is one of the relay towers. That is another useful point to unlock. I don't tend to start unlocking this one because the moment you walk up to it properly, mole rats spawn, and there's a bunch of them, including multiple brood mothers. And at this point in the game, I never have a good enough weapon. So I just ignore it and move on. We will come back and deal with this later. Yeah, if you make too much of a commotion there, you will spawn the mole rats. So I always sneak past it because I don't want to do that. And over here is the junkyard. Don't know what I've been detected by. Ah, Kim's vendor. Okay. The junkyard is inhabited by super mutants. Again, not somewhere we're going immediately because we can deal with this later. But I would like to unlock it on the map. Big John's Salvage, that's right. Down at this is a checkpoint on the road. Where is the checkpoint? There. Down there is a lovely Mr. Gutsy who is very happy to see you. So happy that he starts shooting. And at this point, again, we don't really have any weapons to deal with him because he's a robot, armored, and shoots laser weapons. What on earth? Why have I been cautioned? I don't know exactly where this Mr. Gutsy will be. There. There, and that is the wonderful damage of a 10mm pistol on that. So, yeah, no. And he's immediately hostile, so absolutely not. But there's loot. It's tempting. There's loot in a power armor frame. He'll get into a fight with a bear. I think it's a Yaogwai that he's fighting. So the Yaogwai will start doing some damage. Not much, though. But grenades work pretty well on him. We will stim back. In. Which I don't want to have to switch weapons again. Oh, come on, load. I really don't like fighting this guy. But I often find that sometimes the Yaogwai will do enough damage. Other times the super mutants will start fighting it. And that is always very convenient because the super mutants tend to do quite a bit of damage to this guy, because yeah, there's the Yaogwai. But ammo is useful at this point in the game. And so I will accept the donation. We won't take that armor yet because I'd rather not. Oh yeah, that's right. There's a creation club thingy. We want to get close enough to Jamaica Plain. We want to be close enough that we unlock it, but not close enough to be seen by a ghoul, because there's a lot of them. And ghouls are surprisingly good at communication. There we go. May stay hidden by going around this way. And we will definitely be doing Jamaica Plain at some point. Huh. I wonder where the mine is. Is there another one? Yeah. Yeah. Disarmed the Brahmin. Don't actually want to use that. What a waste. We should level up because that's useful. Oh, we need gun nut. This game is tedious. There's a reason why one of the more downloaded mods is a leveling up menu that changes everything significantly to match the previous games, because they shouldn't have changed it. University Point has several synths, and so we aren't going to play that game because no thanks. They are incredibly good at finding you, because they identify that you're there way quicker than anything else. Right, South Boston PD is in the middle of everything. It's kind of awkward to get to. There's Andrews Station. No, not that way. Which is crawling with raiders, so no that way either. Is it this building? Oh, I don't know. Just don't really want to be walking in front of gates, because this area has a lot of super mutants as well, and robots. There's the police station. There's a couple of dogs in here, which I have remembered. But they're both upstairs, and they don't immediately aggro. So we have a moment to collect ourselves. And the upper hand of knowing they're here. Okay. Why? Why? No! Why does this game say that you're going to do about 3 times as much damage as you do? Because those VAT strikes did way less. Far out. And that was just me being bad at the game. Keep shooting. Oh, you're kidding me. Like, apparently this will kill it. But no. I mean,
Won't be able to pick this.
clearly the game can be... Oh, that's right. There's also a rad roach. My great nemesis, the rad roach. Where are you going? How the living beings in this game is stupid. And this is what I wanted. Victor SMG, which can immediately go into the #1 spot, because while it doesn't do as much damage at the moment, it will. Take everything because we want it. We want scrap so that we can make stuff. The number of things you can't jump over for whatever reason. Like, I get that level design necessitates certain things, but...
Don't think I can pick this.
But why? Why? Why can't characters step over things like low walls, which is a fairly reasonable ask? I mean, I can step over things. Why can't my character? Evidence terminal, the winter holotapes. Which unlocks. Quincy Police Station. Definitely not doing that one. That one's. Is this the one that's not too hard? I don't think this one's particularly difficult. This one's not either. This one's just annoying to get to. But part of the reason I want to get to Egret Tours Marina is so that I can get across the bridge and get another point to work out from. Right. South Boston PD is somewhat useful in terms of being able to get to the castle if you're doing the Minutemen questline, which we aren't, but yeah. Huh. I don't know what's on this roof. This is probably a bad idea. But at least the game has just saved. Because that always makes up for doing stupid things. Huh. Is this... is a terrible idea. Useful to know about when we get to this point.
There you are, you little bastard.
Okay, I'll let you... And I don't think they can get to me. Fragmentation grenade. I wasn't planning on doing this, but then I discovered this, and this is actually not an inefficient way of dealing with these guys, because they're annoying. And they have turrets, which I'm definitely not equipped to deal with at the moment. The fact that my heavy hitter is a pistol that does 28 damage is probably an indicator of my progression at this point. It's not fair, it's just pain. I mean, there's 2 turrets, isn't there? Dangerous station. Huh. Red shotgun, more armor. We can equip the Molotov. Why am I still walking around with suboptimal armor? Or is this just... Yeah, no, that's not suboptimal. That's just the game thinking it's smart when it is not. That's right, there's a dog. That's the power of automatics. There we go. Problem solved. I hadn't realized how few enemies there were here. I mean, we've used a lot of ammo, but... I thought we would have used more. I mean, realistically, we haven't... I thought there were more than that.
Yes.
There's way more down in the station. Definitely not doing that right now. Probably don't have the ammo for it. After all, I mean, we have just used a bunch of ammo. Did I take Scavenger? Is it Scavenger the one that gives extra ammo? I can check. I can check. It's Scrounger. And yes, I did. Don't know why. It's useful, but yeah, I don't have anything that uses 5mm ammo. So powerful, which I can probably build, would be helpful, but, and this is somewhat overpowered. Is it? What's this? It's it. There's one that does like 82. It's powerful piercing burst receiver. Yeah, also advanced gives you 84, but powerful piercing burst gives you like 54 and 37 bleed, which is incredible. But I think what's the best we can do? Seeing as we want piercing burst? Yeah. No. Wait. Penetrating burst. That's right, we can make penetrating burst. Definitely can make penetrating burst. And that makes this way, way better than a pistol. No doubt about that. Again, we've found more 223 ammo that we can't use. I don't know what can use it. Doesn't really matter that much. I don't plan on using it. There's not really any reason to use some of those interesting ammunitions. Okay, this is... I do hope that wasn't actually flickering. Oh, no, that's right. I forgot about the red stag. The red stag is hostile and actually very deadly and very tanky. I am not prepared to fight a red stag. Stop following me. What? Why are you doing this? No. No. There we go. Now I can get down from the car. Ah, it's Pikmin. That's the kind of random encounter that has a bunch of dead bodies that I'm okay with. The kind that doesn't actually come with any enemies. At some point we'll probably go and get Pikmin's blade. It's definitely one of the better stealth weapons. One of the things to note is that you do not want to go along this train track, because in that yellow brick is a sentry bot that will kill you. That's not something I want to deal with. An albino rad stag. Why? Why? Why is there always annoying creatures whenever I'm transiting? But yeah, there's a sentry bot on the train tracks. So it's important to take the road, because the road will not kill you unless you run into some super mutants. In which case the road will probably try and kill you. Oh, great. Why does the random encounter here have to be bugs? Why bugs? Very annoying. Hate bugs. They're not as bad as blood bugs, which are actually terrifying to deal with when you don't expect them, because they do lots of damage. Where's the other mine? There's a mine there. And there's a bomb somewhere here. I don't remember where. Might be the door? It's not the door. It's there. It's a tripwire with a makeshift bomb. One of the more obvious things if you keep your eyes peeled. But, again, relies on keeping your eyes peeled, because otherwise it will kill you very easily, especially in a small space like this, which you cannot hide. Oh, I've picked up too many things, and now I'm committed to picking up too many things.
There we go.
I'd forgotten about the Wasteland Survival Guide that's here. Oh, how much have I picked up? Get rid of a load of stuff because we don't want it. Again, don't actually need to talk to what's her name about the fact that she thinks she's a synth and killed her grandson? Yeah. Yeah. Money. The CVC stories and a dirty postman hat, another teddy bear. The captain's hat. That's right, you can't jump onto that bit from this side, but you can get pretty close to down here, so we'll do that. And the WRVR is unlocked. Is there always a sentry bot deactivated down here? Because this terrified me when I first saw it. No, it's a random encounter. Okay. Yeah, the first time I saw that there was a sentry bot just sitting there, I was terrified because I was just walking around, not really paying any attention, and then I saw a red glow and was like, that's a sentry bot. Oh, I should be careful. This is after I'd dealt with the sentry bot over there and basically had no ammo left because I'd used it all fighting a sentry bot. Okay. Right. We should go back and dump stuff. And then upgrade some weaponry. See how much we can actually upgrade. I mean, we have a decent amount of junk on in inventory, which gave a pretty good indication of the fact that we'd be able to do quite a bit. And she is here.
Yes?
Carla.
Back again? Time to do business?
Yes, let's see what we got.
A few minutes to browse.
I got a little bit of everything.
Right, you do have money again. Very useful. Take that. And that. And that. And that. And that. That. And that. And that. Huh. That's a different model than what I've seen in the past. Okay. Ignoring that. Right, ammo, what do you have? I will take. I will absolutely take because I need it. Now I just need to find something else to sell. Weapons, because I have a lot that I do not need. Do not need. No, 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 no. I want my machete. Right. Dog collar. Maybe I'll keep the leather. Yeah. Right. Brain fungus, buff out. Cram, dirty water. Pretty much selling everything that don't need. Because that'll... maybe I'll keep the Nuka-Cola Quantum. They're worth a lot, but they're also actually pretty useful in situations where you need them. Otherwise, they're pretty useless. I don't use them that much, but then you run into a situation where you want it, and it's suddenly quite handy. I will actually get rid of those. Is there anything useful? Nope. Definitely won't find any stuff like the Spectre yet, because that's fairly high level. I don't quite know why it's in the South Boston PD and not one of the others like Quincy, but or Nahant, or somewhere just further out of the way because that was not difficult to get to. Right, well, it's quite a good trade. Nope, don't actually have any, didn't buy any junk, just thought about buying junk. Right. Piercing burst. Penetrating burst. This is now overpowered. Definitely overpowered for the point of the game that we're at. There is no point to the full stock. No, there is a point. Ooh. I will make that. That's nice. Okay. Right. But now we'll go back to this because... Yeah, okay. I think I might be ahead of where I need to be. Okay. Slug rounds. This is now a rifle. I would like the long barrel, but we can't get everything. That big game receiver gives it 50 rounds, which is a bit extreme. No. Okay. No. Okay. Anything else we can give this thing? More casket, mediums. How much? Yeah, okay. I think I tend to... Yeah, okay, no, we'll keep that. Perhaps we go with the material because it fits with everything else. Poor hipfire, we want this because that's kind of the best of everything. Definitely can't put on either suppressor at this point. Ooh. With some snake and gun, another rank of gun nut we could though, which is exciting to think about. Another rank of gun nut. And then we'll be set in terms of what's this? Low sights because I didn't realize I hadn't done that. Kinda no point. Right, okay. So this now is rather good. What is... Where is he? Why are you... Work on melons, because if you go and produce food, you'll even have something to eat. I'll go back into the workshop. Okay, so we're producing 5, mostly melons, which is good, because again, those can be sold at Abernathy Farm for a ludicrous price.
Let's trade some
Sheffield,
things.
let's give you some armor because that was kind of the whole point of keeping it. Give him something to wear at another point,
It's like I can finally think.
because I don't really want him wandering around wearing that. But I want it to be... I want consistently everyone to be wearing things like flannel shirt and jeans. So, yeah. This has no sights. Why does this have... I didn't realize this had no sights at all. I do hope that's an option, because I've given it slug, which... No, there's no... There's no sights. Grr. Oh well. Oh well. The compensator would be nice. We just need a single adhesive for that. So this is essentially now a cannon. Oh. Ugh. As always, selling something of the same variety has screwed with my thingammy. That might be a good reason to just make a slight modification to reduce the number of times we'll run into the same weapon. Glow sights. This isn't the most... And the other way to do it is to name them, but I don't really think I can be bothered to deal with that at the moment. Right. Oh, that's right, we leveled up. I can't rank up until level 13, level 9, and level 7. But sneak. Sneak is the other one that we want for a suppressor, which would be useful because we can start shooting things quietly. Right, where are we in terms of stuff, things? So if the objective is to be a raider, then we should go here and get a sniper, which has nothing to do with being a raider. But as I said before, it might have been last episode, it might have been the one before, I know where to get one, because across here is a petrol station. Oh, well, a nuclear refueling coolant replacing place, whatever they're called in this. It's a red rocket, a proper red rocket, not this red rocket. This one just has some road-bound loot, which would be nice to collect. Ammo box, and wooden crate. Up here is the way to get to the power armor that I mentioned previously. Which again we're ignoring because we don't need it. Here's the red rocket. There's almost always something going on here. Well, I'd forgotten that if you do that too soon, you just get the mines and the ghouls and the this, that, and the other thing. But up here, what's going on? Nothing. I don't believe that it's nothing. I never believe that there's nothing going on here. Because the moment you get up to the top, something shows up. That's Protectron. I don't think aggro's on the player, but I can't quite remember. That's not what I wanted to see. That's annoying. That was not a sniper, that's just a hunting rifle. That seems sketchy. Having a saw and handcuffs. Right. What is early retirement? I can't remember. Oh, there's Milo in there. Okay. No thanks. I can never remember where early retirement goes. And I hate this radio signal. No, I don't want to fast travel. That's right, they're in this building. Yeah. Okay. That's... Right, what is this building? I can never remember what anything is here. It's very annoying. Nope. Huh. It's a great way to die. This is the hospital, isn't it? Yeah, the one swarming with bugs. Again, bugs not my favorite thing in this game. Both kinds, both the living, flying things and the bits where the game's broken. There are so many of both. So many of both. Kendall Hospital, that's the way. Right. Is there anything up here? Oh. There's so many places in this game which are just so sketchy. Come up a flight of stairs and you don't know what's going to be at the top because of the fog. Dealt with that. expertly dealt with that. Yeah, I'll repeat the word expertly because I meant it. Absolutely. Kendall Hospital has stuff in it, like raiders and loot. But raiders. And it's also surrounded by bugs. Which, as we have already established, not my favourite. Nor is this place. I can't remember where any of these annoying little pathways lead. Nowhere. How handy. I'm not going through the building. There's all sorts of stuff that's going on in there. Ooh. Forgot about them. Didn't take very long. Here's the War Never Changes speech location. Somewhere around here is Cambridge Polymer Labs. Boatload of pre-war money. More doors into the CIT ruins. And that's that bridge. That bridge, which we will ignore because there's raiders. Raiders I could definitely take out, but I'd rather start the process with a sniper. And here's CPL. Right. I think that that's probably about good. The progress we've made. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and please come back. Thanks again. Bye.